Hi, welcome to Live Life Ravishingly. Today we are continuing our discussion on AI. We have Mr. Shivaram. Welcome, Shivaram.
Hello, Mr. Ravish.
Thank
Nice
you.
having here. Nice being here.
Thank you. All right. Today we are going to understand how to build a AI product company. All right. We know Shivaram is an CEO in Hue Learn, so he'll have vast experience in knowing how to build a company. Right. So Shivaram, tell us how to build a AI product company.
Okay. So, I have been in the field of AI for quite some time, and I don't know how I have ended up. It was not planned, but I ended up creating close to 10 AI companies.
Wow.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
And a few of them were successful, few of them were not, including the current companies which I am running now. There are 10 companies.
Okay.
Okay. I'm in the field of AI, so I know exactly what AI can do and what AI cannot do. So that gives me an edge to see whether in a particular field, whether AI can be used to create a product or not.
I see.
Okay, and will people be able to use it or not?
All
So
right.
I get a kind of the first level thing.
Trade.
Yeah, by talking to people as well as with my own experience,
Got it. Got
right?
it. All right.
Uh, that said, now you asked a very interesting question. You said, can anyone start AI product company?
Yeah.
So to start AI product company, um, AI itself, when you're building the model, I told in the last talk, it requires various skills. One is a programming skill, another is AI skill, third is a domain skill.
Right.
Okay, domain can be anything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Obviously.
are
Yes.
in the animal husbandry business,
Mm-hmm.
you know it very well. Now you want to build a AI product which can see the animal health and it can recommend something. I'm just giving you one example, right?
Right.
It can
Right.
be any example. Now the question is, how can you basically start a company, can anyone start, and so on. If you are either a domain expert, if you are a programmer or an AI expert, you can actually start a company.
Oh. Okay.
You should
All
be
right.
good at something.
Okay.
Okay, if you are good at none of them, then it is difficult.
Ah.
It takes more time,
More
and
time. Yeah.
especially when you're building a company, you need to be quick,
Quick. Yeah.
because
Okay.
these things have shorter time. You need to
Right.
come to market soon
Right.
before
Right.
someone else comes. See, you can come later as well. Market may be big enough for having more number of players. But if you are a new company, it is better to be first.
All right.
Better to be first.
All right.
Better to be at least first five.
All right. That's
Okay.
that's good. That's good thought actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
So a domain expert can build a AI product company, but he will require help from others.
Yeah.
A good programmer can build a AI company, and AI expert can build an AI company with obviously with help from others.
Fantastic. All right. So you said you have built 10 different companies, right, over a period of time, and how challenging it was. Like, did you face any big challenges, and like, how do you come across
Yeah.
those
So
challenges?
um, in the beginning, it was very challenging
Oh. Okay.
because I didn't know how to run company, and I'm not from a business family.
Right. Okay.
In my house, everyone is into either an engineer or a doctor. They are primarily into education and going and working. I was different. I did algo trading and other things for
Uh-huh.
some time.
You
So
said in the last video. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I was ready to take risk
Right.
after doing all of that, right? I
Right.
was
Right.
ready to take risk. And somehow the regular work was not challenging me enough.
I see.
I wanted to do more. So initially I started a lab in my house, and then I saw a huge AI wave coming. So I converted my lab itself into my company, first company. And from there it started.
Oh. Right.
Okay, so I reduced the risk. I
Okay.
took calculated risk. So what I did was, when I was working itself, I made the plan, solid plan, and spoke to few people to figure out whether they will give me business or not.
Uh-huh.
As soon
Okay.
as I come out, I should get some business. That was
Right.
my
Right.
plan.
Absolutely.
So I took a lot of precautions. Right. Even after that, it is a challenging task. For me, I don't have Saturday, Sundays.
Oh. Okay. That's
I don't
fantastic.
have.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
So everything is like one. Thankfully, I should thank my wife and my mother. They have
Right.
been a great support for me.
Right.
So when I started my company, my mother said, if you want to if there is a situation where we have to eat ganji in Kannada is a thing which you
So,
make. You don't need too much money to make it. It's a simple thing, right? It's like
borage.
a porridge, right?
Yeah.
So that is enough. We will survive.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
you do your, you need to go ahead with the dream.
Yeah.
And when someone is saying that to support you, that's a great thing.
Absolutely.
And my wife, there was a situation when the business was there was a problem in the business, and I was very short on money, and I didn't know what to do. My wife was ready to give all her jewelry.
Oh, okay. That's great.
I
Yeah.
was like, no way, I'm taking that, right? I didn't take anything, but I'm saying the support,
Ah,
right?
it's all about support.
Support, and the belief they
Right.
have, right? Obviously, I need to show something. I continuously work and so on.
Deliver.
Deliver.
Yeah.
So whether it's a AI product company or any entrepreneurship, there will be hardships.
Absolutely.
It's not like easy.
Yeah.
You are doing something revolutionary. You are pushing the boundaries. There will
Right.
be challenges. Only if
Absolutely.
you can break out, come out of these challenges.
Yeah.
As I told you in our other series, spirituality series, you need to learn. You need to grow over them, over the challenges. Then only the challenge goes away.
Right, absolutely. That is really fantastic that your family was able to support you, and they were actually giving so much of motivation. That's really fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. So, how much cost it may need to build a product-based company, AI product-based company, and how much money may be invested in the projects?
Okay, so now this is a question which can be answered in so many different ways,
Right.
right? The reason is, if you are a AI expert, you know how to reduce cost.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so basically you can do training using the free resources. Maybe you can use Google Colab, right? And you do part of the training there. And you can use probably a machine, which is one time you can buy a machine, which is a GPU machine, and do the training there.
Okay.
You can do fine tuning. Instead of building everything from scratch, you will do certain fine tunings, right?
Right.
You can do transfer learning and things like that. You will know techniques as to how to reduce the cost of building models.
Right. Right. Right.
Then there's the cost of data. Okay,
All right.
now data is something which is very difficult for certain industries, for certain people, very easy for certain people,
Right.
right? Because if they are into that domain, they have the data with them, right? But if you are not from that domain, you don't have the data. You have to work with someone or pay for the data and all those things. So, and it changes from industry to industry, right?
So how exactly you get those data? From which sources you get, and like what all you do to get the data?
See, the data, people think the data needed for training AI models is readily available, or someone has it and we have to go purchase it. No, sometimes you have to create the data.
Oh,
So you have to probably think of it as think of a particular scenario. You need data of patient records,
Right.
certain for certain illness, let's say, and you have certain data, and certain data is not there. Okay, now you need to probably create an app just to collect data,
Right.
and give that app for free for people to kind of interact and all those things. Nobody will just fill the data, so you need to give something to them so that they
Absolutely.
fill the data,
Yeah.
and so on. And you need to tell them this is going to benefit you. You have to give some benefit to them.
Right.
So the data collection can itself be costly, right? And it can be cheap as well. If you're smart about it, it may be cheap. Yeah. So you need to first design the data acquisition strategy so that it is useful for AI.
Got it.
So that is very important. People forget this. Data is the most important thing in AI, right?
That's the basic.
So that it should not have any bias.
Okay.
Okay, let me talk quickly about bias. Bias is something where if the data you want to build, like for example, you are releasing a global product, but all the collected data is from India.
Right.
It's not going to work.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
that is the bias. You have bias to one country.
Got it.
So then you have to release only in India.
All right.
Right? So that.
Right. So when you open a company, it will have, obviously manpower is important because you are opening a product based company. So when you think about manpower, you need skills, right? How to hire the right engineers or right employees with right skills?
Okay, so I've been running companies. I know for AI product companies or other software companies as well, the 80% of the cost is manpower cost, HR cost, right? Manpower cost. The rest is like the building, the computers, the
Infrastructure.
cloud. Even the cloud cost can be low. It depends on the AI model. Maybe if you are building a very big model, then that can be large. But generally, this is the case, right?
Okay.
Hiring good talent is very important,
Right.
right? People who know things, because smart talent can cut down your time greatly, right, while building the product. Or else you may take longer time and you will not even know that there is a model out there which can solve all your problem. Without knowing that, you will be solving something.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So even then, what I've seen is people just hire AI people, AI model experts. That is also not good, because I did that mistake in my
I
first
see.
company. Like, when I came out fully in my first company, I did that. You need to have a good mix. You need to have a lot of full stack developers, because they are the ones who will build the entire infrastructure,
Right.
DevOps, full stack, and so on. AI should be based on the amount of AI you are using. And once again, if you go through my previous videos, I have mentioned that AI should be used like salt and sugar and like condiments, not like the main dish, right? You can use AI as main dish if your product is AI tooling product or something like that, right? If you are doing a generic thing and using AI to help you, it should be like used as a condiment.
Got it. Got it.
Okay, like it should be used in a
So
like
it's
spices,
snacks.
like spice.
Snacks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Snack. All right.
So like icing on the cake.
Icing on the cake. Right.
Okay.
Cherry on the cake.
So you need to have a small team. It depends on the size of the project, which can help you build those critical things, and they should be really good at AI.
Okay.
Okay, they should understand how AI works.
Got it. Got it.
So you can have interns to support you, like, to reduce your cost and stuff, and they can help you in doing research. They can help you in data gathering,
Data collection. Yeah.
data tagging, and then making sure the model is working well, testing it, and all
Testing
those
it. Yeah.
things.
Absolutely.
So you can use people for all of that, but you need few solid people, AI people, so that your product makes sense, and when people are using it, they don't feel like, oh, this is 10-year-old product. No.
Okay. Got it. Right. So you build a company, everything is ready, and if how much time it may require to build a complete MVP?
Yeah, the minimum viable product or
Right.
MVP takes okay, it depends on the expertise of the people involved and the amount of data required and all those things. Just the product building itself, let's say the data is available, and you know the problem definition well, the data preparation may take more time.
All right. All right.
Because you need to prepare the data in a specific way. So it can range from, so it can be as small as 3 months, as large as 1 year.
All right.
Sometimes it can take 2 years also, depending on the complexity. The smallest time probably is 3 months, 4 months. If it is an easy AI implementation, like for example, there's a model, you have to just take the data, you have to fine tune it, you have to you have to just prepare the data, provide it. Sometimes with LLMs, you don't even need to train. You take the AI directly, you do n-shot training or like just prompt engineering, and you're good to go in your use case. Then it can even take a single month, 1 month.
Got it. Got
Right?
it. All right.
But typically it takes 8 months, 6 months, 8 months, one
All
year,
right, all right.
because you need to make sure that it works well in that
right.
domain.
It's really great to know so much of information. Yeah. And so actually, it's really I'm amazed to have a chat with you and knowing things like this. And I wish you all the best for
Thank you.
for your future endeavors. And also, we'll continue our talk on this AI series.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. Thank you.